Okay, thank you all masters. Welcome all of you, my dear friends, masters and gurus. Thank you all for joining this day 2 session of Karma Consciousness. First of all, thanks to our Guru Pitamah Brahmashi Patriji and our Guru Tarkom Saraidarian and all the masters whoever is helping us with the wisdom and knowledge. Yeah, thank you all. Let me share my screen. Okay, yeah. So we are discussing about karma. So we understood that karma is not a punishment. Okay. So it is there for us to make us do things in a right way, make us understand what we are doing and how we can correct what we have done by knowingly doing or unknowingly whatever we have done so far. So this is one thing we need to remember all the time. Because whenever we experience any painful experiences, sufferings, or disappointments, or any loss, whatever might be the reasons. So we always keep looking outward. We look at our circumstances around the people, around our environment, and try to find some cause in the outer, right? That is how we are tend to live our lives. But once we have this knowledge about karma, we should apply that in our lives. So for each and every experience, whatever we are going through, be it happiest or painful, or whatever might be the way we are experiencing it, whether we like it or not, whether we accept it or not, whether we are ready to accept it or not, we should first remember that it is something that I have given and it is coming back to me now. We may not be aware what it is, why it is coming, for what I have done. So much pain is coming to me, so much suffering is coming to me, so much shit is happening in my life. We think that why this kind of life, what I have done, right? So this one thing we need to understand. If you haven't done anything wrong, if you haven't done any harm to others, if you haven't caused pain to others, it will never come to us at all. So we have our lives here, right? Yesterday we were discussing, when we start life as a human in this world, we start from infant soul state. There are a number of stages, 7 stages: infant soul, baby soul, young soul, mature soul, old soul, transcendental soul, and infinity soul. So these are all different stages of evolution for a soul to grow on this planet. So when we came as an infant soul, we don't know anything about life here, how to live life, how to understand life, how to treat others, how to be with them, how to be with ourselves, how to understand, how to grow. So we don't know anything, definitely. So we do so many things because we just think about during our earlier stages of life here as a human being, we just think about ourselves. What I need food, I need drink, I need to sleep. So only these are the 3 things matter. Nothing else matters. So for that, anything we will do. So we all have done like that. So everyone grows from that particular stage only. So We keep evolving stage by stage. It takes number of lifetimes. It's not that happening everything in a single lifetime. So we take number of births, one after the other, one after the other, and we learn so many things from them. So whatever we have done, we have to undo. Then only we will overcome that particular stage and then evolve from that. So whatever the karma that we are creating, knowingly or unknowingly, still it is your responsibility. You cannot say that because I don't know I have done this. No. Of course, you don't know, but you have done it. Now you have to undo it. So you have to understand the pain, understand the cause, understand the effect of what you have done. So without understanding, without realizing, you will not be able to grow at all. So in this process of evolution, we come across so many things. So this law of karma takes care of each and everyone's evolution. Because unless otherwise we pass the 10th grade, we will not move to plus 2. Unless otherwise we complete plus 2, we will not be able to move to next stage, isn't it? So straight away, nobody can go to PG level. So they have to start from LKG, UKG, first standard, second standard. So all the stages one has to grow, one has to cross, one has to pass through them, isn't it? So life is also similar. We learn from stages, one after the other, one after the other. We do things in a wrong way. We do them again and again and again. In the beginning, we do without knowing, but we will be given a chance to understand what we have done unknowingly. So that information will be given to us, like what we are going through, what we are discussing right now. If you see, maybe many of you may know about karma a little bit, or maybe much in a greater sense, or maybe some of you may not be aware of karma at all. You still might be thinking it is punishment, or everyone has to go through it, or nobody can escape this, or how to understand this. Maybe we don't have that knowledge. But once you understand, once you attend these kind of sessions, any group sessions, any workshops, then you will be given that knowledge to you. Because now you are ready to receive that particular knowledge, that particular wisdom. So that you will know, yeah, this is something I should be knowing. So this is something I have to understand. I have to apply in my life. So now you are in the ready state. So you are receiving this information. So next thing is applying it in our lives, in our day-to-day lives. It's not that something that we just apply it occasionally. No, each and every moment we need to remember these things. We need to apply them. How we can do this is by being aware. So each and every moment we have to be aware of ourselves, our thoughts, our actions, our words, our deeds, and the effects of our thoughts, our words, our deeds. When we are able to correlate all these things each and every moment, if not immediately, of course, nobody can be that much aware, right? It is a practice. So in the beginning, nobody will be able to do that. Once we start practicing day by day, we keep evolving. We keep evolving stage by stage. One day, after 10 days, after 15 days, or after a month, after a year, we gain a little awareness, little by little. So we should keep practicing. That is the reason why the practice is very important. The sadhana, doing meditation daily, it is very, very important. And swadhyaya. So Patri sir has given all these 4 pillars basically. meditation, Swadhyaya, Sajjana Sangatya, Seva. So each and every day we need to do this sadhana, meditation. That is for self, for each and everyone. It is the only sadhana that needed for each and everyone, meditation. Whether you work or don't work, whether you eat or don't eat, whether you sleep or don't sleep, doesn't matter. Whether you are meditating or not, it matters a lot. It is very, very important. Maybe we may not be able to understand, we may not be able to realize how much transformation it is bringing us within us, slowly, day by day, depending upon how much we are practicing. We may not be aware of it. But if we do it continuously, regularly, and if we increase that time, how much of time we are practicing it, you'll be able to realize the results of it without even you realizing it. How much inner changes happens on its own, it will happen. You don't even need to put effort also. That is the power of meditation, friends. It brings so much of inner changes automatically. It takes out whatever you don't need without even you realizing it. So that's the greatness of meditation. So that is very subtle things we will not be able to understand immediately. Over the time, if you do regular practice, so you can hear experiences from different masters. They can explain what transformation they have gone through because of the practice they have done in their lifetimes. Similarly, Swadhyaya, it is very important. Unless otherwise we know something is there like this, some knowledge, we'll know exactly, we'll not be able to know whether it is right thing or wrong thing we are doing. If we don't have that information, we don't know whether we are doing the right thing or wrong thing, isn't it? Or whether we are understanding it properly or not, in a righteous way or not, we don't know. So Swadhyaya is important. Reading books every day. At least a page we need to read on a daily basis. That helps us. And then Sajjana Sangatya. So like these group sessions, discussions, sharings, group meditation. So it is about sharing the experiences, sharing the knowledge, sharing the wisdom, sharing the energies. So it is very, very important. And then seva, service. Service is not any service, spiritual service, not just any kind of social service. There are so many social services happening in this world. But above that, we have a spiritual service. Teaching meditation to everyone, or sharing information, sharing spiritual books, or sharing your transformational experiences. And for any spiritual programs happening, you try to do whatever you can do in any form. It doesn't need to be in a particular form. It can be in any form. So all these are important. So this spiritual service will help you a lot, that it will bring out you from your karma a lot. It is a quicker way to come out of your karma. But again, only this alone will not be sufficient. You need all these four. Only then you will be able to understand, you'll be able to get benefit of it. Okay. So in our many lifetimes that we are taking, so we evolve step by step, one by one stage to another stage. So we do all the wrong things and then we learn from it. We undo whatever we have done and we re-evolve ourselves. We renew ourselves. We take rebirth again and do things in a different way, in a better way, in a righteous way. Okay. So it is very, very important for all of us, friends. So karma is not here to punish us. Karma is here to help us, to transform us, to give us a way to evolve from the human being to divine being. So we all have a purpose here. No one is without purpose. Each and every being here on this planet has purpose. It's not just human being, friends. Every being, animal beings, and plant kingdom, animal and mineral kingdom. So each and everything has a purpose. We evolve from mineral to plant, plant to animal, animal to human kingdom, and from human to divine being. That is why we are here. So we crossed all those stages and we are in the process. Okay, so when we start from this infant state, we'll be so much selfish, so much rude, so much adamant. We don't listen to others. We just what we wanted, we stick to that, and we do so many wrong things, and we learn. So step by step, when we grow from this, from selfish to we'll become selfless. It takes n number of lifetimes. It depends upon how each and every person is learning in their life. If you have done something unknowingly, and after that you got to know about that whatever thing you are doing, you got the information about that, and you realized, okay, this is something I am doing so all these times in a wrong way, and it is causing so much trouble to others. And if you realize and if you change it, change that behavior, change that habit within yourselves, and you don't repeat that mistake again, then you evolve quickly. So that is what learning about. So learning means whatever we are doing, we need to identify whether we are doing it in a righteous way or wrong way and correct ourselves, and we should not repeat it again. So if we keep doing this in a regular way, and if we are keeping learning things in a quicker way, we evolve in a faster way, in a much greater way. But it's not the same way for each and every person. So some people will be taking more time to learn things because they don't want to learn things quickly. They want to stick to their own old patterns, their own old behaviors, their own old strategies. They are addicted to them, their own past behaviors. They don't want to change. But eventually, each and every person has to change. There is no other way. Because there is no going back. Once we are here, we have to grow up. There is no going down again. Okay. So, we need to understand karma never ever gives any person, any being, tough tasks or tough punishments or treats anyone in a tougher way. For anything, whatever we are doing, it will give us a minimal possible pain, trouble, suffering, whatever it is. So that we will just try to look at what we have done and try to understand, learn from it, and not to repeat again. But what we are doing is we ignore those small signs, small things that we were given to us. We don't realize that because that is how things will happen. So even if you look at diseases, any disease doesn't happen on a single day, friends. It builds over a period of time. It gives us so many signs in our life which we don't pay attention to. That is why one day, all of a sudden, it becomes a disease, a major disease. So if we pay attention to our life, our signs in our life, our body gives us signs. Our experiences give us signs. And they give us a caution. Take care of yourself. You are doing something wrong. So they give us so many cautions, but we keep ignoring them. Some people will be able to realize quickly and learn from it, take care of themselves, they take care of doing things in a righteous way, and they transform themselves, and they avoid further more damage to their lifetimes, means their life, and they grow quickly. Whereas others, if you see, since we keep ignoring again and again and again, and we repeat what we are doing in a wrong way, or we keep causing trouble to others. So we get more impact due to that, because we were given a chance, but we ignored it. We didn't care about it. We repeated the mistakes again, and we didn't put any effort to learn, to understand, or to get the knowledge about that particular subject, a particular thing that we are going through continuously, repeatedly. We didn't care anything at all. We kept repeating the same mistake again and again. Then the impact of karma increases. So it gives us slowly, it increases slowly, day by day. Okay. As you keep repeating, same way, the impact of karma increases. This is very, very subtle thing we need to understand, friends. So by looking at our life itself, we can understand so many things. Only thing is paying attention to our life, our experiences, and listening to our inner is important. What we are doing is we fight with our experiences. We fight with the people whoever is opposing us, whoever is causing us trouble, whoever is causing us pain, whoever is ill-treating us, whoever is cheating us, whoever is deceiving us. Because we look at only those experiences, those people around us, surrounding us in the outer world. We never ever look inside at all. We habituated to it. We don't want to even for a second, we don't want to look into ourselves, how we are actually. Okay, somebody has scolded me, right? Somebody has beaten me, right? Somebody has cheated me, right? Somebody has mistreated me. Somebody has insulted me. How dare he is. We keep scolding them. We keep doing something bad to them. Or we keep spreading wrong information about them, saying that that person is not good, that person is doing all these things, bad things. Okay, that person is doing bad thing, that situation is bad, correct. How you are doing now? How you are doing actually? Are you doing the right thing? Are you in the right way? If the person is scolded you, why you are getting angry? But the anger is coming from within you, right? It is not that something that somebody else is pouring upon you. Nobody can pour anger on you. Nobody can bring suffering to you. It is coming from within you. The anger is coming from within you. Suffering is coming from within you. Pain is coming from within you. Anxiety is coming from within you. Stress is coming from within you. So how come when everything is coming from within you, you can point at others and say, escape from that incident, experience, and completely say that it is their fault? You are experiencing the anger, you are experiencing the pain, you are experiencing the anxiety, you are experiencing the suffering, you are experiencing the pain. How can you blame others actually? He just caused one incident from the outside. That is his duty. That is why he is there. That is why that incident is there. That is what you have chosen already. You may not be aware right now. Each and every experience in our life, we have chosen them at particular time, at particular instance, at particular place. It has to happen this way so that it gives me some trigger, some pain, some cause, some suffering, so that I try to look into myself and come out of it. Try to find a way to come out of it. Try to find a way to understand what I have done something wrong and undo it, or take actions to balance it, or take actions to bring changes in my attitude, in my behavior, in my understanding. So how many of us doing these things? How many able to understand these things? Because there is no one to tell us these things. So we definitely never ever understand these things, isn't it? Every time we keep looking at the outer side, looking at the environment around us, surrounding us, we keep blaming others, but we never ever take responsibility for our experiences. We never ever take responsibility for our anger, for our suffering, for our pain, for our diseases. In your life, each and everything is happening to you. So how you are not responsible for whatever is happening to you, and you say that they are the responsible person for whatever is happening to you. If they are the responsible persons for whatever is happening to you, who is responsible for things that are happening in their life? So have you ever thought about it? We never ever think about it. We don't care because we don't want to take the responsibility of our experiences, responsibility of our life, responsibility of our pain, responsibility of our suffering, responsibility of our diseases, because that is a headache. Then we need to put some effort within us. We have to change within ourselves, which we don't like. That's why we keep pointing at others. We keep looking outside, which is easy. That is what we are doing all these lifetimes, friends. And this information, this spiritual knowledge, this spiritual science is never ever taught in our education at all. Because people will realize, people will become aware, people will become enlightened, people will start questioning, people will start understanding things in a righteous way. Then they can't create any differentiation between people. So much is happening in the background. So you see, so we should be able to connect all the things actually. That is what we are here for. That is the oneness. We keep hearing oneness, but do we really understand oneness? So friends, so it is very, very important for all of us to understand this very, very important subject, very, very important thing for each and every person in their lifetimes. Because without understanding this karma, this cause and effect principle, they will not be able to understand their life experiences. They will not be able to transform themselves, and they will not be able to evolve quickly. We are stuck within our loops. We create so many loops within ourselves without knowing. So friends, this is very, 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 very important subject everyone should be able to understand. So yeah, I think it is almost 10 o'clock. So we'll pause the discussion here. We'll continue tomorrow, friends. So if anyone have any questions, clarifications, or anything to share, you can share. Thank you all. So masters, anyone have any questions or anything you want to share from your end? I'm not sure whether you are able to understand whatever I was telling. Okay, Daksha Master has posted. I give hope to myself when I see transformation within myself and take responsibility for evolving myself. Sometimes family relationships. Yes. Yeah. Well said, Master. So we will be having tougher challenges with our relationships only, especially the family and the close relationships. They are all there for us to help us to evolve in our lifetimes by overcoming our karma. So most probably with whomever we are having karma bonding, we all come as a family and relationships so that we clear most of them as much as possible. So some will come as friends, some will come as enemies, some will come as parents, some will come as brothers, sisters, or office colleagues. So all these are to whoever is mostly having this karma relationships, karma bondings, they will come like this only, friends. Yeah. Thank you, Master. Thank you, Meena Madam. Thank you, Mani, sir. Yeah. Well said. As wife and husband. Very, very important thing. So we all have to understand. Thank you, Neelam Master. Rightly pointed out. So wife and husband, because that is the longest standing relationship in our lifetimes, right? So whoever is having very high level karma bondings and all, they will come as wife and husband. So there will be so much friction between them and they may have so much struggles as well. But if you have this understanding about karma, then we may be able to understand and come to a greater understanding. Otherwise, life will become very miserable and suffering, struggles, so much everyone has to go through. Again, it is all part and parcel of life. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Masters. Okay, Masters. If no one have any questions, yeah, I think we are good to close. Thank you all, Masters, once again. And thank you all for joining. We'll again connect tomorrow. Happy night, all of you.